Jerry has performed as a GM overall, I would say, a tick above average. That's an accomplishment. That's not bad, but that's what you are. I mean, at a certain point, you are what your record says you are. And I think that he is so thirsty to be known as a coach, as a GM, that he and Stephen Jones combined are not good enough in the front office. If you're a Cowboys fan, they're not good enough. And the number one reason they're not, it's not even the draft anymore or anything like that. They won't hire the right coach because the right coach's ego would have to be big enough that they would get credit instead of Jerry for success. And so I am pessimistic that Jerry will actually hire the right coach. And then even if he does, leave him alone to do his thing. Even if that coach starts to get shine. That's the only way they're going to win a Super Bowl. And I'm not optimistic about it at this point.
Well, I'm optimistic about it. And I'm going to I don't have my Cowboy hat on right now. And I'm not playing. I have fun at the expense of Dallas Cowboy fans because I despise them. I can't stand them. They're disgusting and nauseating. I mean it with every fiber of my being. And I'm ecstatic that Cowboy fans across the world are going to have a miserable, miserable Christmas. I can't stand Cowboy fans. My boy Mark Turner that I went to college with, all of them, him on down. I can't stand them. I hope they have a miserable Christmas because that's how I hate Cowboy fans. The Cowboys are a different matter. I do not feel that way about the organization, and in all seriousness, I genuinely do not feel that way about Jerry Jones. I like him a lot. I'm sad for him, and I think that this particular season, he is getting an incredibly, incredibly bad rap. I understand that history brings that into the equation, but when you look at the job of a GM, part of the job he has done very well, which is accumulating the level of talent and locking them up. And the two guys he didn't give that lengthy contract to. The one guy, which is his starting quarterback, Dak Prescott has had, he's had pretty good moments throughout this season. The issue in question is what Max ended with. It comes down to coaching. Now, I am told that Urban Meyer will be a candidate for the job that will warrant consideration. I am told that Urban Meyer would love to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. My personal opinion, and this hurts me because we all know I love my Steelers, and I can't stand the Cowboys because of their fans. But the perfect guy for the job would be giving the Steelers a first-round pick or whatever it takes, getting Mike Tomlin over to Dallas and giving Mike Tomlin
be the
that level
Steelers and the Cowboys coach.
Mike T. not
I know
finna go
that.
over there and
I
deal with
know
Jerry.
that. I know that. I'm just telling you, though, what I believe to be best, because I believe that the person that has the ability to galvanize the troops and make sure that Jerry Jones is just noise, because Jerry's going to be Jerry, okay, and Jerry's going to want his input. But at the end of the day, if you got a guy that knows how to rally folks based on his direct communication with them,
and we're going to do that
Tomlin
a little
is
later
that guy.
in the show. We'll talk about future coaches.
Joe Torre going to manage the Red Sox next.
But listen,
Can't do that.
I'm just telling you how I feel, Max. That's all I'm doing. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, what this comes down to is I'm optimistic because I believe that age 77, Jerry has reached a point. And that's what I think you saw yesterday. It wasn't a guy that was just sad from losing. Time's running out. And I think he's 77 and he sees it and he's like, I can't be worried about feelings anymore. I can't be worried about personal relationships anymore. I got to get this done because tomorrow is not guaranteed. I think more than ever, Jerry Jones is looking at his own mortality. He will make the change that is necessary, and Dallas will be the better for it.
I'm pessimistic. I don't believe that he will. I believe he'll go after the biggest name he could possibly get to coach his team, but Jerry Jones, the owner, needs to fire Jerry Jones, the general manager. And this should have happened years ago. Max talks about this team being average or Jerry Jones being average as the general manager. Average general managers don't get quarters of a century to be the heads of teams. That's not how it works. When you don't win Super Bowls, when you don't advance to NFC championships, you don't get time after time and draft after draft and coach after coach to get it fixed. And so I'm pessimistic about it. And he is faced with his own mortality and not just his football mortality. Jerry Jones is getting to an age where it's not necessarily means that he won't be on this earth, but there's going to get a point to the age where you don't have the energy to do this job anymore. You don't have the energy to be out in front of everybody after each game and talk and be the headliner. And so he does have to understand that. But even in that, is he going to put his mortality in the place of, okay, I'm getting to the end of this road and I want to win a Super Bowl and take a step back? Or is he going to say, I'm getting to the end of this road, I want to be the main reason and I want to be the focal point in the Super Bowl we win? And I think he chooses the latter of those. Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones. People don't change after 77 years. That's not how it works. When you become a billionaire and your team is worth $5.5 billion, you ain't tripping on that. And I don't think Jerry Jones changes. I don't think this team gets better. And we keep talking about the talent that they have. I'm even starting to question that.
Me too. Ryan, me too. But let me just say, that's the whole question, and that's the way I've framed it for years now. Like, the clock is ticking on Jerry's time on earth, let alone like when he has the faculties and the ability to just be as present as he is. Is that pressure to win enough to convince him, okay, I need to change the way I'm doing things? Or when he's made billions of dollars, it's tough to tell that guy, no, just take this part of your personality and change it. I don't know if he's capable of doing that. But Stephen A., I got you on this. How can you be optimistic remember when we got the news that Dorsey is splitting with management and he wants to keep Kitchens? That was the reporting. And you're like, oh, excuse me. If Dorsey's siding with Kitchens, he's got to go. Jerry Jones has done that now with Jason Garrett. As you said earlier in the show, it's not like just this season where like he has to get rid of Garrett. It's been going on for years now. He's stuck by that guy. He needs, as Ryan says, to clean house in the front office.
Are these rhetorical questions?
No, I'm handing it to you. He needs to clean house in the front office, in my opinion, and that includes him.
I think that's a ridiculous comparison. And the reason why is because Dorsey answers to an owner. Jerry Jones doesn't answer to anybody.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.